studies, but in the 60s, they moved all propagation into greenhouses. Paul Jr. and Edward were both flower farmers, which helped to form a strong bond between the two men. When Edward decided to retire in 1993, Paul convinced him to stay on as a consultant to a grower to carry on his work. Paul brought in Romano and Company, another longtime flower growing family, to take over the growing of the beautiful ridiculous. Paul Jr. also looked at tourism as an important way to keep the fields financially viable, as field-grown agriculture had become increasingly more difficult over the years. The stage was set for the enduring preservation and promotion of this enchanting cultural emblem of Carlsbad. Hence, the Flower Fields at Carlsbad Ranch was born. In 2002, Paul Edwin Jr. died. 2 years later, Edwin Frazee passed away. Paul's goal to bring
Yeah, if you guys stay on, it was bringing around.
Okay, you want to stand?
Oh, we do want to see the flag.
Yeah. Okay. اینجا قشنگ‌تره اینجوری. اینجا روش قشنگ‌تره. می‌خوای گوشه تکیه بدی جای من؟ خب اینجا برو اون برو. راحت.
Hello and welcome everyone. We're glad you came to the Flower Fields. Your safety is our top priority. Please be seated and remain seated with your hands and feet inside the wagon. Be sure that you stay seated at all times until the wagon comes to a complete stop as you are on a bumpy road. We hope you have a wonderful ride while touring the Flower Fields.
Hello and welcome everyone. We're glad you came to the Flower Fields. We hope you have a wonderful ride. Children and adults will delight in Santa's playground, the new home to whimsical playhouses and gigantic mushrooms that were part of Santa's village in Lake Arrowhead years ago. Come see the guard shack, dollhouse, crooked treehouse, and colorful mushrooms that so many of us remember from our very own childhood. The Flower Fields are more than just beautiful fields of color. They provide a stunning backdrop for your wedding, corporate gathering, or other special event. Our Paul Edwin Jr. barn, nestled among the flowers, can accommodate up to 200 guests. March through May are the most ideal months for events because the flowers are in bloom. However, the barn is open throughout the year, January through December, for all types of events. More information can be found on the Flower Fields website. Stroll through Memory Lane, a 1,500 square foot greenhouse filled with the world-famous Eki poinsettias. Enjoy hundreds of exciting poinsettias in over 20 rare and unusual varieties. Learn the history of the world's best-selling potted plant, the poinsettia. Try to find a solution to this one-of-a-kind sweet pea vase. Immerse yourself in thousands of fragrant and colorful, old-fashioned sweet pea blossoms. Take your time. There is more than a third of a mile of walking paths in this patriotic color display to explore, to amuse, to entertain you. Zinnias have also become a popular orchid of the California gardener. These plants will tolerate night temperatures down to as low as 35 degrees, making them very adaptable to California conditions. The coastal conditions here at the Flower Fields in Carlsbad are ideal for the culture of Cymbidiums. These conditions grow strong, robust plants that are free of pests and diseases. Our Cymbidium varieties are hand-picked based on several important criteria: ease of growth, temperature tolerance, large flower size, and color. The Flower Fields Cymbidium Orchids Project is funded through the City of Carlsbad's Agricultural Mitigation Grant. The City of Carlsbad is an active supporter of the Flower Fields and the Cymbidium Orchids Project. It is a continuation of their commitment to the success of this iconic destination, the Flower Fields. The fields today are a direct result of nearly 100 years of floral cultivation that began with Luther Gage, an early settler and horticulturalist that settled in the area in the early 1920s. Mr. Gage brought ranunculus seeds to the area and began growing them in his fields next to Frank Frazee's small started growing ranunculus and introduced his son Edwin to the art of seeding, cultivating, and irrigating the pretty but not yet popular flower. At the age of 16, Edwin Frazee quit high school to work full-time on his father's burgeoning flower operation. The ranunculus is native to Asia Minor and a member of the buttercup family. Originally, the flowers were single-petaled and ranged in shades of red and yellow. The beautiful colors and fullness of the flowers you see now are due to the careful selection done by Edwin Frazee over many years. If nature provided a full flower or an unusual color, Mr. Frazee would save the seed and plant them the next year. This resulted in full flowers in 13 beautiful colors, including picotee, a mixture of variegated colors that we have today. Edwin Frazee made several moves over the years, but in 1965, he moved his ranunculus, along with gladiolus growing operation, to the current site, land owned by the Ecke family of Encinitas. They had previously used the land to grow their poinsettias, but in the 60s, they moved all propagation into greenhouses. Paul Ecke Jr. and Edwin were both flower farmers, which helped form a strong bond between the two men. When Edwin decided to retire in 1993, Paul convinced him to stay on as a consultant to
Yeah, no, that's what I do. I'd say, hey, first 20 pages to the screen.